Hey, this is Jeffrey Gurian for Comedy Matters TV here at the Bowery Poetry Club with one of my favorites, Amy Schumer. Aim.
Hi. Thanks for coming.
Oh, you know I always come for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, this is so exciting. First of all, it's your first Comedy Central special, isn't that correct?
Special? You mean pilot?
Pilot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is my first pilot for Comedy Central.
Now, what's the name? What is this going to be?
I'm not sure. I pitched them Come Inside with Amy Schumer, but we'll see what S&P has to say about that.
Now, you've been a favorite of Comedy Central for a while. I remember when I first saw you, you used to do the red carpets. They've been grooming you. They love you at Comedy Central, which is a prized place to be, basically.
Yeah, I've been very lucky. I have very warm feelings for that network. I would probably still be living in like a studio far into Astoria if it weren't for them. No offense, every other comic. I know everyone lives in Astoria, but yeah, Comedy Central's been very good to me.
And it's so cool that you're able to talk about your family, and your mom's actually here with you.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Does she get to many of your shows?
Yeah, I grew up in New York, so my mom comes to a lot of shows. My family's like been really supportive and seen me do a ton of comedy. And
you didn't call her the C word, or you did call her?
I didn't. That's my one rule. I'm not allowed to call her a cunt.
And you stuck by it, which was very admirable, because it's not easy to get through a set without calling your mom a cunt.
It's not easy to get through an hour.
Without.
Yeah.
How did this project come about? I'm always curious to know how those things happen. They like you, obviously, but what is the progression of events that has to lead up to someone doing a pilot for Comedy Central?
I don't know what the process for me was. We've just been kind of talking about what I was going to do for a couple years. I did a web series for them, and then there's always shifts in executives and whatever, so things fall through the cracks. But I've been developing what my pilot was going to be for like a couple years, and we kind of landed on an idea we liked, and it got approved, and so we just started writing it, and now we're shooting it.
See, but people don't realize that it takes a couple of years to bring something to fruition. The average person thinks, well, you just think of this and then it gets on.
They do.
But there's a lot of, I think so. Yeah. There's a lot of work. I mean, well, for instance, I didn't really realize that it takes 2 years to bring a project to fruition. What's the difference really between a pilot and a special? Because this was your stand-up.
Oh, yeah, this is just going to be a piece of the pilot. This isn't like the pilot. So the difference is that this was just some stand-up.
And they're going to intersperse your stand-up in the midst of your pilot. In other words,
maybe. We did some man-on-the-street stuff as well and a bunch of scenes. So I think we're going to sort of figure it out in post-production what the exact format's going to be. But hopefully we'll get to use all of the aspects.
How often do you write?
I don't know, like every day, I guess.
You do. So it's like
I'm
a program.
I'm not disciplined about it. It's just like part of my life. Yeah. I can't help it. Yeah. Like I'm not even listening right now. I'm just thinking like, what am I going to
More material. I know. Me too. I'm thinking of my next question. I know. It's so hard to focus.
No, but I really do appreciate you coming down, and you've been so supportive, and I love you forever. Comedy matters.
Thank you, Amy. It's so good to see you.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
As always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Amy Schumer. You're watching Comedy Matters TV.